Hope you guys had a great weekend and ready to tackle the week. But before we dig into our week, I want to ask you something. Did you celebrate your wins last week? Now, you may be like, no, I didn't. I didn't. And let me guess, it's because you thought, oh, it was nothing. Maybe you had kind of an off week. It wasn't a big deal, right? Happens all the time. Nothing exciting happened. Or maybe you were just too busy running around from treatment room to the front desk to the back of the office doing all things, not to mention the many hats that you wear at home. And it just felt like another day to you. Or maybe you simply were just surviving the day, putting out a bunch of fires. But that mindset is holding you back because every win matters in this business. Every patient that you welcomed in, that you took care of, that you checked out, every injectable that you transformed a beautiful face to, every new membership that you sold, every cancellation that you saved, every difficult or hard conversation you didn't avoid, right? That is a win. That is a win. And when you pause to celebrate, even with a simple great job, something powerful happens. Your brain releases dopamine and it remembers this is good. Let's do more of this. I like how this feels. And you want more of that. So you remember the things that you did to get that hit of dopamine. And you continue doing those things more frequently with more consistency. And that, my friends, is how confidence grows. So I wanted to share that story with you because so many come to me saying that my team member or myself lacks confidence. How do I build confidence? Well, celebrating the little wins and getting that consistent, frequent hit of dopamine into your system is going to help you create those habits of winning that is going to help you to show up and do the bigger things or the little things with consistency. That's how confidence grows. That's how you build consistency. That's how high performing habits really get wired into us and eventually become second nature. And that's what we want to achieve, right? So celebrating wins also isn't just for you, it's also for your team. I want to share with you something that I learned about watching a documentary with my boys. The NBA. The NBA did a study early on in the season, and researchers tracked every intentional touch. So we're talking about high fives and fist bumps and shoulder taps, chest bumps, right? All the little ways that teammates connect during the game. And interestingly enough, what they found is that the teams that did more of that, more high fives, more chest bumps, fist bumps, celebrated each other more, actually ended the season with better records, right? It wasn't about who had just the best players, but it was about who had the strongest trust, who had the biggest connection. Take Steph Curry, great NBA basketball player. The year that he won MVP, he wasn't just, leading in threes and free throw percentage, but he also, ironically, led in touches as well. He was constantly high fiving, celebrating, connecting with his team, and that connection translated into wins, right? A great run of wins. Because here's the truth, guys, that, think about it. No one's going to pass you the winning shot if you've ignored their effort all season long, right? So in the med spa world, that pass might be a provider stepping in to help you with, a patient when you're running behind. It might be your front desk noticed a missed opportunity and looping in your patient coordinator. It might be someone, restocking for the next person without even being asked. That recognition that you give your teammates is going to help them to show up for you, to build that trust for you. And trust is what builds teamwork. And a teamwork that a team that's busy, that has high volume, right? And when you have that teamwork and that type of atmosphere, that's when they say, right, team makes the dream work, right? And without that, that's when disaster happens. That's when it's not fun to go to work. That's when revenue is being left on the table. That's when patient experience suffers. So a simple place to start is by simply saying good morning, right, to every single person that you pass, to make eye contact, to smile, to start your day with energy. I know it sounds so simple, and I know it sounds like no duh, right? But so many people just miss simply connecting first thing in the morning with their team. Because I get it, guys, we're running behind because our kid forgot their backpack, and so we had to make an extra stop or turn around, right? Or it took longer in the coffee line. You woke up late, and so we're rushing in, and we're just simply trying to survive the day. But slow down and think about how you can simply connect with your teammates first thing in the morning, right? And give them that energy, and it's going to help make your day better and their day better as well. So when you see something go right, say it, right, out loud. Don't keep it in for yourself. Tell them, right, that was awesome. You crushed it in that room. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for helping me with that when I didn't even ask you to, right? Those tiny moments is what is going to help you create that massive culture that you want to have in your practice, that your team is so desperately craving. And when someone is, overwhelmed, right? Step in, ask them, how can you help? Even your manager, even your MVPs, even the business owner needs backup sometimes, right? So be on the lookout for that, to be able to provide that support, that energy, that love to your team. All right, so here's what it can look like in your practice to celebrate and do those little small things that's really going to help to build that trust and culture, right? So first thing, don't wait until a staff meeting to praise someone. Do it in real time. Do it in real time. Don't wait. Treat every greeting like it matters, because guys, it actually does. It actually does. I mean, think about it. When there's just people in life that whenever you see them, they have a smile on their face, a sparkle in their eye, energy about them that just makes you want to be around them more. Who doesn't want to be that person, right? You also want to give credit out loud, right? It costs nothing. It costs you nothing, and it builds everything in your practice. And the more you do it as a leader, then pretty soon your team is going to be doing it for each other as well. Because it has to start at the top, right? But the best practices, it trickles down through, and everybody does it, not just the leader, not just the one person at the top, but it does have to start at the top, right? And then thereafter, those will follow when you do it with consistency. And you want to celebrate every single win, no matter how little or small or insignificant you think it is, right? When you do a $20 add-on, you get a Google review, you sell a $2,000 or $3,000 package, right? Everything you want to celebrate. And remember, when the pressure is high, that's when trust has to be even higher. So we can't wait, right? We have to show up consistently and do the little things so that when it really matters, trust has been established. The relationship, the foundation is there, and you will be able to count on your team to really show up. This is how you build a team that doesn't just work together, right? This is how you build a team that wins together. And that's what we want, right? So today, Med Spa leaders, right? Diamond teams, right? Celebrate your wins. Say good morning like you mean it, right? High five in the hallway or fist bump, right? Share the love. You step in when someone needs something, when you're not even asked, right? Just be there for your team. That's how you build a practice that thrives and not just gets great results, but be a part of a great culture that everyone wants to be a part of, right? And you do that just one moment at a time. I know it sounds so simple, but it's those moments in time consistently, right, that helps us to achieve more, win more, show up more consistently, and have that trust so that when things get rough, when there are difficult conversations, right, when there are fires to be put out, we all come together. So here is your action step for the day. Okay. I want you to celebrate one win today, no matter how small. No matter how small, it doesn't matter, right? Tell one person in your circle at your office you appreciate them. And then tell them why. Don't just say, oh, I appreciate you. Tell them why. What is it that you appreciate so much about them, right? And then tomorrow, do it again. Do it again. That's how culture shifts. Not all at once, but one moment at a time. So be that team that lives by this philosophy, not just talks about it. Hope that you are able to take this action step and celebrate yourself, celebrate others around you, and together you will achieve more. Thanks for joining me.